What's good? Welcome to First String Podcast. On today's episode of First String Podcast, we have the one and only Doc Walker. We're supposed to have Talance Sawyer today, but he had to step away for an emergency. We will reschedule him. We will review the Washington Commanders Rams game that happened out in LA. We understand it was a takeover. The results didn't go the way we want in one aspect, and maybe the way we did want in another one. We'll look back around the NFL today. And like I said, we got the one and only Doc Walker in the building with us today. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to go. It's time to get started. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Yeah.
First String Podcast. Yeah. Q Danny. Dre on the beat. You know. Yeah. What's your favorite squad? Tell me who you going with. First String Podcast, yeah, we keep it lit. We got the latest updates, we don't pump fake. Like, comment, share, we don't care, feel free to hate. We got great guests, join us, you should chime in. Judini on the intro for the time being. Lady A, representing Washington. Pick Washington, everything Washington. Mo coming out of Dallas, you know the business. Said, them Georgia Bulldogs ain't quitting. Yeah, if you ain't watching sports, you ain't living. About to get my mattress Mac on, about to bet $1 million, Let's talk about it. We all grown and cool, we can talk about it. Before we hit the news, we gon' talk about it. Oh, you wanna bet? Let's pop a bottle bout. Yeah.
Welcome back to First String Podcast. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. Hit the bell to enable alerts for new content just like this. And the most important part of this whole thing is that you tell a friend to tell a friend about First String Podcast. That good thumbs up is always needed. We got a packed show for y'all today, so let's get right into it. Let's bring our co-host in right now, the man behind everything that runs behind the scenes. Let's get Blink in here. What's that, man? How are you?
What's going on, my brother?
Doing well. How was your Santa Claus journey today?
Do what?
How was your Santa Claus journeys today?
It was easy today, dog.
Okay, okay, getting down to it.
They say they're done, dog. They say they're done.
All right, a little help is done. Okay, great. Let's bring in the HR right now. No fines last Saturday, and I'm pretty sure fines are back on the table today. Lady A, how are you?
I'm doing well, and yes, there were fines. You guys acted a fool, and it shows.
There was no fines.
Mm-hmm. Lots of them. Look, say it. Where'd you go? Say it. Don't hide now.
It was no fines on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It was no fines Saturday. There we go. Tell us there. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. So we got Doc. Doc's ready. Let's bring Doc in. How are you, Doc?
I'm good, man.
All right.
Hey, Doc.
Glad to have you back. Sorry about the time that we're having you back. We've both been busy doing our things and things like that. We got the new time slot here, but Doc, we must talk about the one thing that's on the table, and that is our Washington Commanders are 4 and what do they say? 4 and what right now?
400. I mean, whatever. They got many wins.
9, 10, 12.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay, Don, I got you, Don. Thank you for reminding me. Doc, you haven't been on in the month of December. We have a question of the month for you. All right. They always come from Dump Truck Don. The question of the month is name your top 5 NFL head coaches of all time.
Of all time. Well, mine or the top 5 coaches.
In your opinion, the top 5 coaches.
Off the top of my head, Joe Gibbs, Bill Belichick, Tuna, Landry, Shula.
Okay.
Hey, that's a list that he played against. That's the list that he played against. I understand that list. Well, not Belichick. Yeah. Well, Belichick was
Belichick was a defensive coordinator of the Giants.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah. Him and Tuna were together. Landry, yeah. Tuna, yeah. And Big Red. I didn't play against Big Red, but in answering the question that you said, mine, that's what I would do off the top of my head.
Yeah, and we can't argue with that list. Let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. Bruce Glasses in the building, of course, first as he always is. That's where he's supposed to be, followed by Dawn.
Hey,
and
Dawn.
then our guy Drew is in the building as well. And we got John Graves, who has arrived, as he always tells you, I have arrived. Don hit us with question of the month. All right. Where can I vote for those long snapper try? John said, where did he get that vote for Linnell?
That's Linnell Willingham. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Linnell Willingham. He needs to vote for Linnell, but that position was filled. They inked the guy that they had back in week 2. Let's start there, Doc. Let's start right there. How in the world do you, as a head coach, expected to have the best 53 on your roster, spot a weakness, and allow it to stay on your roster?
Well, it's just another mistake made, and it's almost like if you get a rotten meal, you break it down in sections and wonder. My question is, why are you doubting it? I mean, you're lucky that they're there, even show up with everybody at the game. I mean, that the only thing they can do now is just have guys literally not show up at the game physically. I mean, because they show up and don't play. So the only thing that could be worse if they just don't even show up.
Yeah. Lady A.
So I have a question that actually came from a follower of ours, talking about why the Rams receiver was all by himself in the third open side of the field. Third quarter. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, no different than the Miami game when they're under new leadership on defense. The quote was that we're going to simplify and play fast. And it's not like the third receiver, the primary receiver, gets wide open. And you can't make this up. It'd be different if some guy only has 6 or 7 catches on the year. He slips out.
Right.
Cooper Kupp?
Right.
I mean, the cheetah?
Of all people.
I mean, come on, man. You can't make this up. If we were doing this, somebody would say, oh, you guys are piling on. There's no way that happened. Oh, yeah, it happened. And there's 3 more games to go.
Oh, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad. It's going to be not good. Okay. So, Sid, I'm about to come to you here in a second. He said he's going to simplify things and play fast.
Yeah.
If you let a wide receiver get wide open, your defense does get off the field faster.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Say it.
I have no answers for any of this. It is beyond. It sounds like we're making it up, but we're not. And piling on. I mean, it's no fun. It is what it is. I simply just want to get it over. I can't wait for Sunday. So I'm closer to the next game and then the last one and then hallelujah.
Right.
I don't think Cam Curl was responsible for that, Don. I don't think Cam was when I looked at it a couple of times, I don't think he was supposed to cover Cooper. I think they were like
somebody shouldn't have to coach you against Cooper Kupp.
Right.
Nope.
Your instinct should take over.
Somebody.
I can't even put that on the coach. The player got to know, if I mess up, grab him.
Yeah.
I'd rather get a flag, a flagrant, but to do nothing shows you the state of the program.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Say it, go ahead.
Do you think the pulling of Sam Howell was too late in the game?
No, that's a call EB probably made. He threw a bad pick, and that's normal. Frustration. At some point, you do have to get a guy out that's not doing his job, and everybody should be managed that way.
Right.
And once Larson went out of the game, I was like, stick a fork in him. I mean, now at this point, now the protection's going to break down, and you just don't have You're just not good enough. And since you picked the players, it's on you.
Right.
You didn't inherit that. You selected it. Everybody's there because you wanted them there.
Mm-hmm.
And so you simply did a poor job of identifying the proper talent, poor job of getting the people you kept prepared to actually play, and then it's on the players. I mean, you're pros. Ain't nobody got to tell you that this dude Cooper Kupp is a freak. So either run with him. If I make a mistake, I'm making a mistake deep.
Mm-hmm.
He called, why didn't you drop back? Because I didn't want him to get past me. So I keep everything in front of me. That's Pop Warner, man. Come on.
Right.
Doc, I sat back, I watched this game, and I think it may have been like the third or fourth quarter. I called Sid, and I said, I will pay you $100 if you find me a cornerback that is in the box score for a tackle. I literally watched Fuller and St. Juice try not to get a tackle. I mean, did you notice this at all?
Yeah. No, I've seen it. I've seen enough of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an absolute embarrassment. And it started when you lose. I think we beat this up to death. You lose your best defensive back coach is now in Tennessee. You lose that over a contractual deal that, quote, you're not aware of. So it's just one blunder after another. And, like I say, 3 more weeks, I can't wait to start talking about what's next. Because this is, to me, it's wrap. It's a wrap.
Yeah. Okay, Lydia.
So going forward, everyone's talking about where we go as for the quarterback position. A lot of people this year are like, okay, we'll see what you have in Howe. Of course, Howe was pulled. Do you feel that he got a fair chance based off of the play calling for this season?
And then there's nothing fair in life. You got to make the best out of your situation. You lost this in the offseason when you didn't identify your weakness, which is the offensive line.
Right.
You got 2 DBs, and you can't block air. So you're trying to make up for mistakes that you made in the offseason. When you get a guy who says he's in charge, he's a czar. He's in charge of everything. So it's very clear who's at fault. That we've known that since day one.
Right.
But I don't even blame him for that. The players, your instinct has got to take over. I respect you more if you was out there slugging people, grabbing people, getting flags, keeping everything in front of you. I mean, then you wouldn't look so embarrassing. There's a lot of ways you can lose. Everybody goes through losing periods of time. It's how you respond to it.
Right.
We've been talking about this every week.
Yep.
And you can flash here, even when they were healthy, even when they had their 2 defensive ends, the same thing happened. And then when you lose those guys, then Smith-Williams goes down. Very unfortunate. Obata, very unfortunate. The worst position they could have had injuries was that defensive end. Well, you got them. So you got your young puppies out there now, and they're flashing. They're giving you some effort. But right now, if you're on this team, you're playing for next year. You're playing to put your game out there. And that's an opportunity of a lifetime. I'm waiting to see who's going to grab it. You got an opportunity. Everybody wants to play. Well, now you got a chance to play.
Yeah.
This ain't September. It's December. You're supposed to know everything by now. They didn't just pick up players. They've been there all year.
Right.
So step up. If you show you can play. Because right now, I'm focused on 2024.
Yeah.
What they need to be asking themselves is who is on this roster right now that's going to be a part of next year's campaign, period.
Yeah.
Say it.
I agree. One of the things we said during the draft that I told Pick is they had to address the offensive line.
Right.
Same as, I can just throw it at the Atlanta Falcons out the same thing. You have to address the offensive line. And them not addressing that, probably was a big part of the setback for this team this year. But I mean, I think personally that the trading of those two bookends without keeping one of them is going to be a bigger setback for this defense in the long run. What do you think?
Well, I disagree, because the pick you're going to get for Sweat, you may not replace him, but you got an opportunity to draft a starter, because the Bears are terrible. And so you're going to probably get the 31st, second, third, or fourth pick. So you got a chance to get 4 pretty good players early. And that's exciting, but you got to get somebody to pick them. You know, you can go to the grocery store, you can be your pockets busting out with money. You pick the wrong fruit, pick the wrong meat, you got a rotten meal. You can't escape this.
Right.
You need better people in every area. Identify the talent, select the talent, train the talent. It's that simple. It did not take Indianapolis forever. Tampa Bay lost a coach. There's too many
and they lost their number 1 pick.
You got 11. Yeah, you got a dozen backup quarterbacks playing now. Cincinnati lost one of the best players in the world. They're still winning. Yeah. The Bengals, they were worse than we are for 30 years. You don't have to stay stuck on stupid. But if you leave the same people in charge and you keep on losing, that's on you.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's not a mystery, man.
Doc,
it's not a mystery.
KC
the Rams had injuries, but they have Stafford. The one thing you have to be cognizant of, everybody that's winning for the most part big, it's going to be in the playoffs, has a grown-ass man at quarterback. They're not experimenting. You miss at that position,
Doc Casey,
or your defense has got to be rolling. They're not good at anything. Not good on defense, not good on offense, not good on special teams. Can't even get the ball back to the kicker. Your best player is the punter. Best player on your team is the punter.
He ain't lying.
Yeah.
He ain't lying. And he almost got hurt.
Yeah.
And he almost got hurt.
Yeah, it's an absolute clown show. I'm just telling you. Not that complicated. People are fixing themselves. Cleveland took the quarterback. He'd been out 7 weeks. They found a way to get Flacco. Anybody could have had it. The dumbass Jets should have had it after week 1. And they stumbling around wasting the defensive talent they've wasted.
Yep.
There's incompetence all throughout the league, man. That's what happens when you have a rich – nobody's losing money. Everybody's making money. But teams have recovered quicker than we've recovered.
Indeed.
In 4 years, people have flipped the script, and they're off and running. Now, you want to know what a coach looks like in structure? Look at Denver. You know, they had the worst quarterback in the league. And they flipped him, it took on some injuries, slow start, flipped the script. Nobody stays stuck on stupid.
Right.
Not in the professional ranks.
Right.
It's unacceptable.
And they gave up 70 earlier where everybody thought they were going to be a joke. But look at them now.
Yeah, well, that's Miami. And they messed around with Miami and got torched, and they come back. And if they play Miami again down the road, they've shown you this is not rocket science. They're making it seem overly complicated because they had nobody in charge that knew what the hell was going on. So that's the problem.
Well, Doc, I got a text from Kansas City. Said, can we send Eric Bieniemy back?
They'd love to have him. Believe me, they love to have him. They've never been the same without him. Everybody needs a porcupine in their organization. Somebody to get them going. You know, and they complained about him. Yeah. This dude, and right now they can't, they're not the same. They're damn good,
right? But
they're not the best. They're no longer the best. It's the little things, man. They got rid of Cheetah and won a world championship. They're young on defense. They won a world championship. So it's the little things. And Bieniemy is that guy that is on all winning programs. You need somebody that's not trying to kiss you behind or trying to run for congressman. He's trying to get you better. And the fact that these guys were so ignorant to complain about the one guy they brought in to bring about change, then they complained about the change. That's when you knew then they were stuck on stupid.
There you go. Let's change leagues real fast. is what I want to say. Let's change leagues real fast. Let's go to NCAA. We want to go straight to the bowl championship. I'm not the bowl championship, but the bowl playoff. Doc, we got Alabama versus Michigan, and we got Texas versus Washington. What team was left out that should have been in here?
Left out?
Yes.
People that lost were left. They lost, so they're out.
Florida State didn't.
Florida State, well, look, I believe that because the Miami Dolphins were undefeated, only team ever undefeated, they did it with their backup quarterback. From the sheer sense of competition, they got hosed, to me. But I understand it because it's all about money. The only reason they're doing any of this is for money.
Yep.
They don't care about getting it right. They care about what brings in the biggest bank. So box office, no, they were not it. Because TCU screwed it up last year. They earned the right to be in it and got destroyed. So if you're these executives, just think about it. If you don't have a horse in the race and it's all about money, which all this is all about money, then you're not going to take Florida State. The more glamorous, and plus Alabama, in terms of who's playing the best as we speak.
Right.
It's not what you've done. It's where are you as we speak. Alabama's on fire. So although I felt that what was right was at Florida State, but nobody's concerned about what's right. If they thought about what was right, they'd clean up this NIL. They'd be smarter. They're making a litany of mistakes with all this. But what they haven't failed on is making money.
Yeah.
Making money. And there ain't nobody from a financial standpoint that would have put Florida State in over Alabama. Never in a million years. I don't even know if Alabama was, if they were the fourth team. It doesn't matter. And so Georgia won 29 straight games and did not get a chance to defend their national championship because they lost one game. It's the way it goes, okay? And so it's not fair. It's about money. It's about making money. And they looked at Georgia, and if it was Alabama got hot, and Texas had they been left out, they would have been steaming mad because they beat them earlier. Do I think they could beat them now? No. But who cares?
Right.
What's the biggest bang? The only people complaining are the people that got left out. Ain't nobody complaining that's on that NCAA board that's about to get paid.
Well, Doc, we last year you seen Ohio State get in as I think they were the 4 seed. They was the 3 seed. Wound up playing Georgia they wound up playing Georgia. They was the 4 seed. Played Georgia. Gave them a really really good game. TCU gets there. So besides Alabama, Michigan, you got Texas and Washington. Michael Penix Jr. is out on that West Coast doing his thing out there, and then you got Texas with these 2 quarterbacks here. Which one of these games are you looking forward to seeing the most, the Alabama-Michigan or the Texas-Washington game?
Oh, I want to see both of them. Michigan's number 1. Right now, it don't matter who you rank at. It's irrelevant. Nobody cares if you're number 1 or number 4. You say right now, who's the hottest? You got to evaluate these teams right now. Who is peaking at the right time?
Right.
You got the physicality, and it works out a good draw for Alabama because they just went up against Brutus. Well, they're seeing Brutus's big brother now, Michigan. But they've already dealt with that. It's not anything strange to them.
Right.
The question is going to be Texas and Washington because there really is hard to get a feel and flavor for it. This boy Penix is a beast.
And he got wide receivers.
Longhorns, yeah, and that's the one that I'm most intrigued by because I don't have a feel for that. Michigan, Alabama going to be absolute war. The question is Alabama's the quarterback is going to be the youngest guy at his position in that particular game. And so he's progressed a hell of a way. I think he's the next year's Heisman guy right now. If I was to go on the limb, put some money on it, he's the guy. To me, this boy's upside is crazy, but this we're talking about in a few weeks. So that's going to be quite a war. But Texas, Washington, that's going to be really interesting to see who shows up.
Yeah. So we just found out that was Leah this earlier today. Leah's opted out for Maryland. He's going to the NFL. He's going to start to get ready. I actually said this question off air. I was like, what's the over-under on Georgia players sitting out So, Doc, I'm gonna ask you that right now. What's the over under? What you think when Georgia players sitting out since they not in this championship, this playoff run?
I'm not really sure. I mean, they when you back-to-back national champions and you have established what they've established, I'm not familiar enough with their seniors coming out to say it's not going to hurt any of them. Their work is already on paper, on film,
Right.
so everybody knows they flat out dogs. Ain't nobody going to not want them if they play in the game. If it's threat of injury, you can't play this game and be worried about injuries. I don't believe in that. You can get hurt walking out the shower. I don't buy that. A lot of these guys tell me I'm going to go out and drive. I don't buy none of that. I couldn't see leaving my teammates. I got one more game to go. They won 29 straight games. I can't see that being broken up. And they want to go out, an exclamation mark on it would be to go out and destroy Florida State just for the hell of it. And then get the dogs going for next year. And the guys move on, the next group comes in. Because if anybody should be angry, and they haven't said a word, which is classy.
Mm-hmm.
That's classy. They works out there. We done won 29 in a row. And y'all don't think we get a shot at it? No problem. See you next year. And
Right.
they just are. And I think that's the way you handle it. Classy. I'm not mad at Florida State. I thought I handled it well. But when you start talking about the third team guy, the second guy is coming back, but it was about money, man. And had TCU played better last year, that might have been changed. But I think they got blown out, benefit of the doubt, people thinking we cannot afford to go. The last thing they want is a slaughter in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants the last second field goal to determine this game, to get to the finals.
Well, what I can tell
That's
you,
just my opinion.
What I can tell you so far,
Yep.
we've had 17 enter the portal. Brock Biles right now is the only one who's undecided whether or not he's going to play, which I don't mind. You know, the tightrope injury, ankle, I don't mind.
Yeah,
him
no.
playing.
With him,
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that.
But for the
Look,
most
if
part,
Georgia wins or loses, it's not going to rain on their parade.
Right.
Right now, I guarantee you, they just lost Riola today. He wasn't going to start it. For them, it's about who's going to start.
Right.
I don't want to back up 2 years in Georgia. They're going to hit the portal. Everybody's hitting the portal.
Mm-hmm.
But Georgia's going to get people to hit the portal and go to Georgia if they get an opportunity. So for them, it's reload, get back in the game. They know what they got to do. It's on them. They lost head-to-head. Bingo.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And they've been classy about it. I respect, because they could have raised all kind of cane. Like last year, Alabama. People felt they got a sore move. You think they couldn't have competed? They probably could have. But they didn't win the game you're supposed to win. Next year to be 12, we'll still be arguing. There'll be more in there. It's never going to be settled till we can settle it on the field, period.
No, 12
There we
is
go.
going to be nice.
There we go.
12 is going to be nice.
It's going to be real nice. Doc, thank you for your time. We really do appreciate it. I'm glad y'all
next
stayed
time,
away
can
from
I
the
get a little
draft
bit more
questions.
interaction with Lady A? I don't appreciate the fact I have no interaction with Lady A.
I know. And
Y'all
then
do this on purpose.
Doc, and I love your hat. Thank you. I love it. I don't think they said anything about it.
Wait.
First,
First of all,
what, Lady A, one day we're gonna just do this show, me and you.
I mean,
see, that's how we'll deal with that.
Yep.
That's how we'll deal with it.
We just lock them out, lock the door, lock them out.
That's all right. All right, Lady A. I don't know. I'm already working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna trade them two clowns, all right? And it's gonna be me and you.
A takeover.
Absolutely.
Hey,
all right,
just don't send me to Cincinnati, Doc. I appreciate
I'm
you,
sending you to Kansas City. You going to Kansas City? Yeah,
that's his place.
Send you.
That's his place.
Hey, dog, man, y'all go in there. Good luck against Florida State.
Thank you, Doc.
All right, man. God bless y'all, man. Be good. All right,
we appreciate you, Doc. Thank you. That's the one and only Doc Walker who joined us right there to talk about a little Washington Commanders recap with the Rams, as well as a little college football to get y'all sauced up and ready. Corey said Shady A's at it again.
He is just being a hater.
Corey's not a hater.
What? Corey definitely hates all the time. What are you talking about?
Corey, okay. Corey, you know how it goes. Okay. Listen, y'all would like to go around the NFL right now?
Sure, might as well.
I was thinking
No,
that
we
was
might well say
a
that.
black Santa Claus hat. I was
Of
thinking that was a black
course,
Santa Claus hat, but I
sure.
didn't know until just now.
Just now, yes.
Just now.
Because I didn't have my black shirt, so I put the Santa hat.
It's the Grinch that stole Christmas.
Wait. No, I didn't steal anything. That story
HR
is
doesn't steal.
fabricated.
HR doesn't steal.
I don't steal.
So,
That's awesome though, lady. Hey, I really do. I really do like your hat. I really
Thank
do.
you.
It's pretty awesome. It matches too.
See, I had to make it work.
Corey said he's not a hater. He's just a truth teller.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so where would you like to go next?
Just go ahead and go down the list, man.
All right, we're going around the NFL right now. We already covered the Chargers beat down to the Raiders, and we covered the Minnesota Vikings Bengals game.
Did
Right,
we?
so let's.
Did we? Do we have any scores?
Any scores?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's before we pick our Monday night game.
I just want to make sure.
That's before we pick our Monday night game, you hater.
You mean Monday night? You mean Thursday?
Thursday night before we
I
do
just
our
wanted
Thursday
to
night
make
game.
sure say it had that.
Matter of fact, they don't have that graphic ready.
I'm
not ready with.
Yeah, the graphics is ready. What do you mean?
Okay.
Not yet. Say it too
I
much.
stay ready. I stay ready. Go ahead then.
Somebody here doing too much right now.
Show it. Are you okay?
I mean, I don't even know what I was.
Oh, because I don't feel like I picked to
my. You remember? Y'all seem to remember what y'all do really well.
I did not do well.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about the most exciting game from Sunday. We had the Bears-Browns. The Bears got out to a big lead. The Browns it was actually the Bears caught up to them and then was up by 10, and they lost this game in the fourth quarter. Donnell Mooney had a shot at catching a game-winning Hail Mary, but he fumbled the bag and kicked it down the street to the opponent. What did you see?
Man. How could he drop that ball? As many hand-eye coordination drills they do out there on the field, pre-game, the pre-warm-up, pre-game, they have little green base tennis ball, and the ball hit him just like this.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't green.
He forgot his sticky tape.
Man, that was rough.
He forgot.
That's a good one.
He forgot.
Well, it hit him dead in the hand, but he's falling away from the ball. He's falling away from the ball. He's got to be the sickest man in America.
Yeah.
Let's go to. I'll come back to this one. Let's go to the Texans-Titans game. The Texans travel to Tennessee. They call this the Houston Bowl, literally, because both of these teams are out of Houston. But it was a really good game. Without C.J. Stroud, they turned to Case Keenum. Case Keenum had one heck of a performance, and they got the win in overtime. Lady A, what did you see about this game?
I really feel like it was just a battle of the quarterbacks. So it's funny that you brought him up. Case Keenum had 229 yards to Will Levis 199. So it was a battle of the quarterbacks. But definitely a close game, which is not shocking, not to me at least. I mean, total yards for the team, I usually look at that, and then yards per play, things like that, to kind of see what happened. If it's off, and then I know that it must be penalties or something was going on. But I mean, everything checks out with this game. This is a fair game, and it was close, but I mean, the better team won.
Got you. Say it. You got the next one. You see it?
Oh no, I didn't see it pop up on the thing. I see it now. The next one we were going to talk about was the Chiefs and the Pats. So let me go ahead and put it out there now. The refs have been real shady during this game. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there now. The refs have been real shady in this game.
How shady?
Oh.
Do tell us what happened.
That boy went on sides. Just put it out there. They talking about the boy helmet was outside. Really?
I mean,
you can look down the line and really his helmet was outside. First play of the game.
And
first play of the game. They threw a flag.
Even when you're at a game, like you can see that.
Exactly.
So what were they seeing? I want to see their camera.
And they got a guy that wears one. The center field guy wears a camera on his lid.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Hey,
they won't show that.
See, you're talking about the offense. First off, I want to talk about that offensive pass interference that they call when the wide receiver clearly was running the green grass and got knocked off his feet. They called it offensive pass interference.
Mm-hmm. So the refs are being shady, man.
Y'all
gonna call us out. We're gonna show y'all.
We're gonna show y'all.
Mm-hmm. They did their best too. They were throwing them flags left and right. They had going there and soak their arms. They were throwing them flags so many times. The boy got flag elbow.
They had that man looking like. Never mind. I'm gonna behave.
He said Henry looks like a mortal rusher for a single digit. Next, we're gonna talk about San Fran and the Cardinals. This was a division game, and we knew it was gonna be.
Ooh, Lady A, no, you didn't. I'm sorry.
What'd I do? I'm just saying it speaks volumes when you're the victim and you get charged. That's terrible.
I'm done with you. Sometimes what y'all don't see throws us off. Especially me. All right.
The San Francisco 49ers in the classroom.
Yeah, you can ask me
the classroom will get you in trouble, and they got the straight face, and y'all laughing. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. You had me and say it going right now, and then you're gonna find us if we say it.
Right. Man, line them up.
Because I didn't.
She do us dirty. Let me get back on track and not be sidetracked with you right now. The San Francisco 49ers traveled down to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Kyler Murray did his best to throw San Francisco a couple of pick sixes. He accomplished that one time. San Fran is just a straight juggernaut right now. They got everything going. Christian McCaffrey looks like an MVP. Matter of fact, Brock Purdy, who looks like an MVP, said Christian McCaffrey, if he had a vote, would get his vote. Debo Samuel's just running crazy. Not to mention the defense is starting to play better and better for San Fran. So my question to both of y'all is, do y'all see anybody in the NFC that can hang with San Fran right now?
Okay, so first of all, let me just go back a little bit. When you said Kyler Murray tried his best and you paused, and I was like, tried his best to do what? But I see where you went. So that's fine. For me, as far as the NFC, no. I mean, there's some teams that can probably give them a run for their money on like either side of the ball, but a team that could do both, I'm not seeing that. Not at the moment.
I mean, I do think the Cowboys. I know you're probably on the sidelines somewhere cheering. I think the Cowboys were playing at home. I don't know why they have such a hard time playing on the road. It's going to be a nightmare matchup for somebody if they get at home. If they get a first round game at home, I think they're going to be a problem. Because the division leader gets the first round bye.
Yeah,
right.
And then it goes.
No. The number one team. Both.
I mean, but I'm talking about the overall division leader. I'm talking about the overall in the NFC. The top dog NFC the first round bye. That's what I'm saying, Vic.
Yeah.
But they're in position to where they can also get a home game, right?
Right.
Them playing at home is a different team than playing on the road.
She a bad little sister. She is.
Yeah, they're right.
She's a bad little sister.
I don't know what they're talking
And
about.
I think they're a problem. It may be in their head playing on the road, because like I told Ant, they haven't been playing well. They haven't been playing nice. But then again,
but they have been doing that versus team. We talk about Miami beating up
I
on
like the way
teams
Joe Brady is calling them plays out in Buffalo right now.
That part.
We should have an open spot in Atlanta next year. Come on down.
All right. That part. Dallas has been playing very well at home, but they also been playing teams without a winning record. They did demolish Philly. They did demolish Philly before going up to Buffalo, and that's when I asked you guys if Philly was broken. Now Philly's lost 3 in a row. Now they've lost 3 in a row. They look better, but Seattle, without their starting quarterback, had 3 monsters at wide receiver, and 2 of them showed up versus Philly secondary. And DK Metcalf absolutely looked like a superhero without a cape. With the catches that he was catching in the fourth quarter, he did. Let's get back to Dallas, Buffalo real fast. Man, what do you guys think of the Bills running away from Micah Parsons and deciding not to block him, but just threaten him with Josh Allen? And that was their game plan. Where Philly's game plan when they play Dallas is to run at Micah Parsons. The Bills decided to run away from him and not block him, and he wasn't as dominant. What do you guys think about that?
No, I don't think that. It goes back to what I just said earlier. The way Joe Brady, who is taking over as offensive coordinator, is calling plays.
Yeah.
He is not going away. If the run is working, he's not going away from the run. They ran the ball like 40-some times.
They found a cheat code. They found the cheat code for Dallas. I was very disappointed. You guys know that. But they found the cheat code for Dallas. The one time I root for Dallas, like, come on now.
You didn't even vote for Dallas that day.
I said that they needed to win. What are you talking about? I said Dallas needed to win. I want to say I took them with the spread, and hello. So
yeah, okay.
I was very upset with them. Did I take them with the spread? Say it. I didn't technically root for Dallas, but I did. I was like, I need you guys to win. And they failed me. But Josh Allen, truthfully, Dak had, you know how I say, I look at the yardage and all of that. Dak had 134 yards. Josh Allen had 94. Like
this was a running game.
Clearly.
This was a game where Said was doing this the whole game. And I know it because he was just doing this the whole game. Because Cook showed up and Cook showed out.
So the rushing yards, the Bills had 266 rushing yards to Dallas's 89.
Yep.
They had 351 total yards to Dallas's 195. Like, come on. So yeah, I was very disappointed in that game.
I said, I don't know about you, but I think Joe Brady, in the little bit of time that he's been coaching the Bills, has made himself known, and he may be one of those people that went from getting promoted in the middle of the season to off to head coach, for sure. And as far as the Dallas Cowboys head coach,
he don't want to be great.
He didn't.
Nope, not at all.
He didn't want to be great.
Not at all. He don't want to be great because you got to win on the road. You got to find a way to.
Oh, okay. Really quick, I do want to put this out there.
Where did that come from?
Corey is lying. Oh, so you know who did that? Corey, that is blasphemy. You will be hearing from our attorneys.
Thank you, Lady A.
This is slander.
We will be popping into on the warpath tomorrow.
Hey, while you playing Sanchez, we might go down there to that game if Alabama's in it.
Well,
Yeah, we may actually absolutely have to broadcast from there. We may absolutely have to broadcast from there. Look at where we are. That was a good one, Corey. That was a good one. Let's talk about this last Monday night game, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seahawks. Of course, everyone knows that Jalen Hurts traveled separately from the team because he was sick the day before on Sunday. That came out. They didn't want to get the rest of the team sick, but Jalen came out. He's playing well. He was running, responsible for like 2 touchdowns, but he was also responsible for 2 interceptions late in the game.
Yeah,
I think it speaks more to the culture, and I hate to use the word culture, but what I should say is really a sustainability of what Pete Carroll in their front office has been able to sustain. They've changed directions on their team a bunch of different times, and they still continue to be in the playoff hunt and talked about in a good light when these guys are 5-2 at home. So the fact that Philly had to go from the East Coast to the West Coast to a team that has above 500 winning record at home, and for them to come back with the way they did, Drew Lock, who in the first half of the game looked terrible, couldn't hit an out route, but then he comes back and drops 2 dimes in the fourth quarter. Actually, he dropped more than that because he dropped like 4 or 5 to DK Metcalf. So the way that these guys coach and challenge their players and hold them accountable and things like that, and the team responds. What do you guys think about this game? I was on the edge of my seat. I watched it all night. I watched the entire thing. I was glad I did. I'm glad I didn't just turn it off and be like, oh, Philly's got this and go to bed. What did you guys see?
I saw, as far as the stats are concerned, I saw a mismatch. That's why I mentioned it earlier. Total yards, Philly had 321 to Seattle's 297. Philly had 178 rushing yards to Seattle's 100. Yards per play were very close, 4.7 for the Eagles to 5 for the Seahawks. So I saw, just stats alone, you see something that just something's not right. And then when you go up to the QB stats, you see Jalen gave the ball away twice. Drew got his touchdown, but didn't give away the ball. So it's like you can kind of start to see what went wrong with that game. I'm not surprised it was close, but I am surprised at the outcome.
Well, the most important stat is the scoreboard, and the scoreboard was in favor of Seattle. Say it. What you got?
Correct.
Yeah, I think they just like I said a few minutes ago about changing what you was doing and doing well. They went away from Swift. The second touchdown they scored, it was because of what Swift was doing on the ground.
Yep.
He was dashing right, dashing left. He was getting yards. That's what remember. Matter of fact, before they scored the touchdown, he had broke off a 20-yard run. It was a shoestring tackle that dropped it down at the 1.
Yep.
But they went away from what they were doing. You can't go away from what's working.
Yep.
And that's what they did. And that was partially wrong with Philadelphia. Even though they moved Patricia, ex-Belichick boy, over to the defensive side, I still don't like him. He could have found somebody else who was better. Right. I don't like the scheme they're running.
Yeah.
I just don't. I understand them doing the rotation. I do not like the scheme they're running on the defensive line. I just really, really don't. But
what about the offense? Because Jalen is still performing well as a running back. That's what I see.
You got me right there. Because I was going to say they're calling for Jalen. They're absolutely saying that they need a quarterback now in Philly.
Jalen is a running back in Philly. That's what he's doing. So he ran the ball in himself, right? Twice, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, but those are tush pushes.
But he threw 2 interceptions. So you're doing better as a running back than you are as a quarterback.
But they are 10-4, right? They're 10-4. They're a wild card team right now.
Last portion of the season, they're literally they're not doing well at this moment because you said yourself they've lost 3 in a row.
Right.
They have lost 3 in a row, but they're 10-4. And what got them to 10 wins is running the ball, right?
But
And part
Jalen
of
doesn't
them
have
running the ball, well, of course, I mean, the 11 Brown, um, he's a monster,
AJ.
and for a while
AJ.
they was riding him. And don't forget, Devontae Smith is a monster. Devontae Smith was putting up crazy numbers yesterday as well.
Mm-hmm.
But something, like everybody kept saying, something's wrong with Jalen. Something's wrong with Jalen the whole time. Well, we know that Jalen was sick, right? Jalen was sick, so he's fighting off an illness, and he's playing a good team at home, not at his home, but at their home. And that team right now, they may just be waiting. Okay, we can't wait to get to the playoffs. Once they get in the playoffs, everybody's going to have to deal with them once they make it to the playoffs, because that is a team that is multifaceted. If you try to take one thing away, you got another thing that pops up. And and we got to remember that their defense, their tight end really wasn't even involved yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't involved.
Yeah.
And and to say his point, they went away from Swift, who, from his years in Detroit, he always stayed hurt. So they may not be riding him right now to try to save him for the playoffs. Don't know. I really, really don't know. But I do agree with Sid. They went away from Swift. And if you run the ball, you shorten the game. And they didn't shorten the game yesterday. They gave him plenty of time to come back and hit those passes to Debo.
And
Steve,
Jalen had more yards than Swift, by the way.
Rushing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sid, you got nothing?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So now let's get our picks for Thursday night real quick. All right. Okay, Sid, go ahead. Bring up your horrible graphics.
Wow.
Actually, they're not that bad, actually. I mean, just for some of us. As you can see, bang.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what happened to us?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don, 10-2.
Mm-hmm.
Don look like he's trying to secure a wild card spot. Sonny 9-3. Aunt Mo 8-8. Lady 8 5-11. Blink 5-11. I still ain't find Toothpick down there where he got 4 wins.
Oh, look at that.
Look at there. Somebody done closed the gap.
Mm-hmm. Because I had that bad. It takes me to have really, really bad.
A slip, trip, and fall, lady, you out of there.
I know. I gotta fix this.
A slip, trip, and fall, lady, you out of there.
Fix this. I can't let this happen now.
Just go with it. Just go with it.
No.
As they say sometimes, just let it happen.
Just let it happen.
I gotta fix it. I don't know why Don say stop the excuses. Because you know he gets for that one. Don, ain't nobody giving excuses.
Hey, Lady A, relax.
No, absolutely not. You going down.
Whoa.
Wait, that's a fine.
No.
You're right.
I'm going to the lawyers.
Oh, okay.
No, I said 10-2. He said, stop the excuses.
But who's giving excuses?
Close that gap.
Pause.
Terrible. All y'all fines.
I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do, keeping the fans involved by
Really?
putting their comments up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's all you did. That means you're not talking.
That's all I did.
There isn't that game.
I did. Okay, here we go. We got the New Orleans Saints traveling out west to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Both of these teams are just coming off of great wins this weekend. HR is corrupt, Corey. HR is totally corrupt.
Not both teams. One team.
You said who and who?
You said both teams. You said both teams coming off a good win.
My bad. You were absolutely right. We skipped over that Saints loss, didn't we?
You did.
I did because it was terrible.
It wasn't the Saints. The Chargers lost.
This is the Rams.
Where
did the Chargers from?
I don't know because I said LA.
Yeah.
It was one of them.
Yeah, you got me doubting myself, and I just saw. Okay, So the
Rams.
Saints are still trying to take control of the NFC South, and the Rams are still trying to play their way into playoff positions here. So this game matters to both teams. It's Thursday night football.
Yep.
And are you ready? This should be a really, really good game. Let's look at this line real fast. We got the Saints at +4 at -113. +4, -113. The Saints money line is +170. +170. The Rams are -4 at -108. Their money line is -210. -210. The over-under is set at 46. 109 for the over. 109 for the over, 112 for the under. All right, Lady A, you're up.
First of all, I'm still in the middle. You are such a hater.
I am not a hater.
Hit it in the hot.
Right.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I got it.
Look at him.
Listen, we got the Saints. We got the Saints going out west. I like the way that the Saints are running the ball. And the Saints do have one of the better secondaries in the NFL, and they play really big. They should have Chris Olave back this week. Alvin Kamara is still doing his thing. I like the Saints +4.
Saints +4. Got your pick.
What's the over under? You said 46?
46, yes, ma'am.
I'm going under. It's a Thursday night game. No,
it's a Thursday night game. That's a smart bet, Lady A. That's a smart bet.
Okay. New Orleans ain't got enough DBs to cover all these wide receivers. Give me the Rams at home money line.
Rams at home money line -210. Got you.
All
right, now I hope y'all are ready for what's about to happen.
Oh Lord!
I hope that y'all are ready for what's about to happen. Y'all know what time it is, right? It is time for our most popular segment on the podcast. All right. It is time for Leaking Oil with Sid. It's Leaking Oil with Sid, sponsored by Hot Fish Grease. Again.
Sponsored by Essential Oil.
Essential Oil. It shouldn't be, because I don't think none of this smells good. Here we go. Let's give it to Sid.
Oh, you know what? This you know what? I got some accessories for the day. Got some accessories for the day. Let's see. Let's go. First of all, I had somebody talk to me on a podcast a couple years ago about this particular person. I tried to tell them this guy was trash, but no, they didn't believe me. Guess what? Still trash.
Still
trash. Still what? You think he ain't? Still trash. He threw 2 bad picks in the game. How many games he gonna throw away? Post Steelers, guess what? Stay
printing out that man picture. Who put it in the trash?
He put him in a Wendy's bag.
Trash. We gonna do what we gotta do. It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. You got one job. You got all these people out here. Just get the ball to him. Wait a minute, I'm talking about Trubisky. He can't throw the ball in the bucket. That was according to one of the players. So we're gonna skip that past him. We're gonna slide on over to.
He got more pictures.
He got more.
The Chargers. You see here? The Chargers. They fired the head coach. It's about time.
They did.
My man got props.
About time.
About time.
About time.
His audio visual project.
The thing about this is you waited a year too late. He don't want to draft a quarterback that don't fit your system.
Okay.
You got a wide receiver that loves to run straight routes. He don't know the route tree that well.
Okay.
He gone now. Y'all stuck with him. They're first round picks. But you know what?
Oh no.
Wendy's bag. A dirty Wendy's bag.
And last but not least, I held on the best for last because at this point, they just trash. They just trash.
Oh God.
They just trash. That's just trash.
Oh God.
That's just trash. Just trash. Arthur Smith, trash. He playing to win with a field goal to win. Dude.
Yeah.
You got a defense out here for 3.5 quarters. Don't stay on the field almost the whole game.
They tired.
Thank you. Don't be on the field the whole game. You got a quarterback. He must be colorblind. That's all I can come up with. It got to be.
Not him with
maybe he should have rolled out to the left with a Helen Keller, little tapping stick.
What? Say it.
My bad.
Y'all coming to get you. You can't discriminate.
The thoughts being expressed by Cedric on the podcast. It's a strict Cedric only. It does not represent all people on First Ring Podcast. With that being said, he trashed too. How you not look to your level about 5 degrees and see a guy standing there wide open from the 2-yard line, but you try to throw the ball into double coverage, 2 people, and there's 4 defensive players over here. It's 4-on-2 over there. Why would you throw the ball over there? Why would you throw the ball at all? We needed a field goal. It would have made it 10-6.
Corey needs the corner too.
You know what I'm saying? It would have made it 10-6. It doesn't make any sense, man. At this point, we're stuck with this trash. You know, I told you guys. I'm not going to take it back. I told you guys at the beginning of the year, if Taylor Heineke touched the field, what did I say, Pick?
It's over.
What did I say, Pick?
You said it's over.
And guess who started again this week?
Okay, who?
Taylor Heineke.
It's over. I don't need them to win another game. Matter of fact, I need the people starting to get sick. Dude, you brought Patterson into the game.
Yes.
Every time he came in the game, you ran the ball. The defense, they don't want 9 deep at the line. Everybody else is getting 1-on-1. They 9 deep at the line. Where he gonna go? Where he gonna go?
In the pouring rain.
Oh.
I don't know why they. What is Atlanta waiting on? Why let them finish the season? You lost to a 1-8 team. You lost to a 1-12 team. What more do we need? You got the easiest schedule going down the stretch. We should be going. Dude, we shouldn't have lost less than 10 games this year.
True.
We played every team that had a rookie quarterback. How are we not winning these games?
Say it. Calm down. You're going to get a heart attack.
Dude.
Oh. What you doing with that? Oh, he balled it up. They said, oh,
Trash.
Trash.
Okay.
That's all I got today.
Okay. Well, it's brought to you by it's brought to you by Eucalyptus Essential Oil because they all got colds. they all.
Oh boy. They got a little carried away right there, didn't he?
A little.
Man, they said Sid got a budget for leaking oil. Now he got props.
He
got one of the
4 for 4.
The 4 for 4 going down. All of it, Sid.
Man,
4 for 4 going down.
Leaking oil. I'm telling you, make this stuff up, man. You cannot make this stuff up. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. How they not trade for PJ Walker? Look what he did to us last year in Carolina. Look what he's doing in Cleveland. How can you not have traded for PJ Walker?
Hey, you can't beat him. You better join him. Listen, y'all can submit y'all leaking oil to Sid also at firststringpodcast@gmail. Make sure y'all get that in. Sid be scouring the emails, looking for it and everything like that as well. For y'all suggestions for leaking oil, get it to him. Let him know how you feel. And I'm sure he'll put you in the segment.
Thank you for bringing the hashtags back up there. Thank you for bringing the hashtag.
I didn't do that. I think it was just. I think it was just done. The Falcons cost me money.
Oh my God, we're not putting that up, Jay. Jake need to put that down. Jake need to go in the corner. In the corner.
Listen, get to Magic City any kind of way you need to. The lemon pepper wings. The lemon pepper wings. The lemon pepper wings are fire.
The lemon pepper wet is fire. That's what I heard.
Y'all done.
That's what I heard.
Lemon pepper wings.
I heard the lemon pepper wet. The lemon pepper wet is fire.
Hey,
They
that's
don't
sweet.
boy break the COVID protocol get the lemon pepper wet.
What?
Didn't he?
The lemon pepper is fire.
Corner.
They
There's a
fire.
corner right behind you. Said.
Oh,
Yep.
my
You
God,
know
invisible.
I'm
Corner.
gonna go sit right next to the trash bag.
You're windy.
Saying you leaking oil. Lady A, you got anything for us?
No.
No.
We
All right.
We are done. Everybody. Oh, Jay is definitely in the corner. Yep. Definitely don't you put that up there.
I can't even put that up, Jay. I can't put that up. Listen, we are taking Saturday off. We are taking Saturday off.
And
we are
Tuesday.
taking Tuesday off. All right. So we will not have a live show. We still gonna probably try to get our picks in. We may or may not record it, but we will have those for you. Coming up, we got to discuss that after this show right here. We do appreciate each and every one of y'all joining us. Do me a favor. Do me a favor, please, please, please be safe over the holidays. All right, we want to see each and every one of y'all back on our live. Enjoy your holidays. Hug your loved ones. Be safe. Get back to us alive and safe. We do appreciate each and every one of y'all. And yeah, y'all ready for the holidays?
Indeed.
We do. Say it. Did we cover everything?
Turn that fan off. Oh yeah, we covered everything.
We see you.
We did. All right. Shout out to my son, United States Air Force. First String Podcast is second to none. Come get some. Tell him, say it.
Good dogs.
Hail.
Ready for your beats? All right,